World's finest boxing podcast, KTFO intro. Mr. Carl Cleveland. Marcus Null, Ohio runs boxing. C-Ville's finest.
What's up, hard hitters? It's Chuck P. C-Ville's finest here. We coming back for that 3P treat. The 3P treat, bro. We got myself, Mr. Carl Cleveland, and my brother, Ohio Runs Boxing, Marcus Null, man. What's good with y'all?
What's good, y'all? What's good? We back. We are back. Ohio panel is back in the game, man, this week.
Mr. Cleveland, how you feeling, man? You looking a little tired over there today.
Nah, I'm good, man. Just thinking about some of the boxing events that happened. Glad my boy Deontay Wilder, he ain't lose to Derek Chisora last week, so I'm good, brother. I'm good.
You know what? It's funny you mentioned that, man. You know, I was just talking to Mark about that. I said, well, Mr. Cleveland, he up one on us on the predictions, you know. He had little Wilder. We both, me and you, bro, we thought Wilder would probably get fucked up and not spark out by Chisora. But hey, man, you know, with that being said, man, let's start the aftermath, man, the after party show, man, for Chisora and Wilder. I gotta say myself, man, it was a sloppy but yet entertaining fight. I would say it was a lot of role play in the fight as well, man. You know, referees getting involved. Bro, every knockdown the referee called wasn't even a fucking knockdown, in my opinion, on both sides. Then you got Chisora going through the fucking ring ropes, and his team is helping him in the ring. I'm like, bro, like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't that like a disqualification? Like, can't you get disqualified for that? Then on top of that, bro, they were about to go over the ropes at some point in the fight. And I was thinking to myself,
why does that look so familiar?
They was getting ready to do the fucking Montana Love and Stevie Spark, Mark.
After 4, and Stevie Spark has already scored a knockdown.
Yeah, this is a very dangerous.
Oh my goodness! Stevie Spark over the top rope! And he sticks the landing!
I thought they was about to go over like the Royal Rumble, bro.
Yeah.
So there's not a role play in it, man. I gotta be honest with you, Chisora, bro. He kind of beat himself, man. I think conditioning beat Chisora, bro. He came in out of shape, bro. Like, he looked bad, man. And as far as Wilder, I mean, he still got some steam behind his punches a little. I'm very surprised he didn't knock out Chisora, though, bro. I'm very surprised he didn't knock him out. But I will say this, though, man. They definitely watched that goddamn Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair match before the fucking fight with the whole "I'm sorry, I love you" shit Wilder was trying to pull off. I said, bro, you gotta be fucking shitting me, man. You gotta be. And it was what it was. Deontay Wilder won the decision. Chisora's done. You know, he said, well, he said he got to talk it over with the missus, you know, but she was looking at that motherfucker like, nah, bruh, it's over. Don't even, you know. So Wilder would move on. You know, we saw when he left out the ring, you know, Anthony and Eddie Hearn, you know, they were ringside. He kind of stared at Anthony, said, let's go. And Anthony looked at him like he was a fucking steak dinner, you know. So hopefully we get that fight, man. We've been waiting for that fight for almost 20 fucking years, you know. So, hey, man, if they do have that fight, though, I definitely got Joshua. But what did y'all think of Chisora and Wilder?
I'm gonna let Cleveland go first. Go ahead, Cleveland. You got the pick right.
Yeah.
How you described it was perfect. It was a sloppy yet entertaining fight. That's probably the best way to describe this fight. Saw stuff that I liked out of Wilder that I didn't like. Saw stuff that I was rocking with Chisora. This fight showed me that Wilder still got some power in his hand, because the second that Wilder got his timing and started landing a couple right hands on Chisora, you saw him not have as much zest coming on the inside as he was before. This fight, it was frustrating for me, because Deontay Wilder was, I don't know what he was doing with his jab in this fight. He was pawing at it. He wasn't throwing it with no conviction. Then when he started throwing it with conviction, Chisora couldn't get on the inside. And he did something in this fight that I hate seeing tall fighters do. He crouched down to throw a punch. It's like, bro, you don't got to do that, man. It's like, what's been going on, brother? I don't, like I said, I know why you got rid of Mark Breland, but since you got rid of Mark Breland, the fundamentals have gone out the window, man. It's like he's not trying to set up that right hand. He's just trying to wing it. It's like it's not no jab. Stone, his jabs is actually good when he uses it, but this fight was frustrating for me, man. I'm not going to pretend like I wasn't entertained. I wasn't on the edge of my seat, because it was like any moment, either one of them dudes could get knocked down or get knocked out. But it was like, come on, man. Come on, man. I was just, like I said, disappointed in those little small things, but like I said, I rock with the fight. Yeah, man, that referee was garbage, man. I don't know where they got him from, man. It's like they picked him out of a box of Cracker Jacks or something. He need to go back to school, get his damn referee degree again, because when he took the point away from Wilder, that was trash. He was like P. Diddy in the 90s, trying to involve himself in the video, trying to take that dance, trying to get seen. It was a bad look, man. It was just a bad look for referees, man.
Man, I'm gonna listen. I agree with you, man. When it came to the referee, and I looked at this, man. I was surprised to see how sloppy these two guys was and how out of shape Chisora was. I mean, and I was basing it on him coming in, looking and getting in shape for his last fight. It seemed like he didn't take Wilder seriously. You know what I mean? It's like Wilder done lost a couple fights. I'm just gonna go in here and bang on the inside, but you gotta be conditioned too, man. So it looked like two drunk guys with a little bit of skill set outside a bar. You know what I mean? That's what it looked like. I've seen a lot of outside bar fights, man, and that's.
Why'd you call me that?
Look, the lady didn't mean anything by that.
Why'd you say that to me?
I'd like to apologize for the lady.
Well, I ain't talking to you.
Look, if you don't want to accept an honest apology, why don't you go back to the bar and forget about it?
After they didn't have some Henny, you know what I'm saying? Then you got one that start lining them up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? He putting it together for a little bit. Then they go back to slobbing out the mouth and holding each other, man. I didn't seen it, you know what I'm saying? That's what it looked like to me when it comes to that. But you was right. I thought about you, man. That pick, I was like, man, Wilder pulled it off. But it goes to show, I think that was one of the fights where you still can look at it and it was like, wow, I see why I picked against Wilder. And you can see why people was picking Wilder. When Chisora, it's like, man, you can look at both sides and see why people were saying what they saying. And it wasn't a good thing. And I always look at Wilder and talking about AJ and them, it's like, dang, man, it's like you're looking at them like food now. You know what I mean? It's like I don't even know if Wilder got something in them, but this is how boxing is, man. One time a fighter can look real horrible in a fight and come back and look somewhat amazing in the next fight. That's just how boxing works. So if he is going to still continue to fight, man, I hope he come back and look a lot better than he did. And it could have been because Chisora was just out of shape and he was hugging him, and the style contrast. You know what I mean? The styles probably was just what it was. So we know, who knows, but he's still fighting. We got to support him.
I can't see AJ blitzing Wilder like
Nah.
Chisora did. So plus, man, people forget AJ was just in that car accident where a couple folks died, man. He might not be recovered neither. That wasn't no joke when he had that car accident over in Africa. So he still got to recover.
Chisora, he gonna make any fight an ugly fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's just his style, man. But I will say this, bro. I think Chisora's conditioning did it, bro. Chisora should have got with David Haye, man, for that fight, bro. When he had David Haye as a manager and trainer, Chisora was out here with a fucking six-pack, bro. I don't know if he got away from David Haye, man, but I just feel it was the conditioning. If he was in shape, bro, he probably could have stopped Wilder. He beat him. But that was one fight. Now on to the other. Keith Thurman, Sebastian Fundora. Well, we all nailed this one. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be. I was hoping Thurman wouldn't stay at the end of that man's jab, but he did, and he did all night. Bro, you knew it was bad when Thurman went out in the first 3 seconds, bro, and caught that 1-2 clean, bro. I said, God damn, this is it. When I saw that, I knew it was over, bro. Thurman had nothing for him, man, just moving side to side and getting hit side to side, getting caught. It was bad, bro. I had a feeling Thurman would go out like that, but it was still hard to see that, man. It was still hard to see Thurman go out like that, bro. But he didn't really take a lot of punishment. As a matter of fact, he felt like, he said, man, speaking of referees, he said that referee should never referee a championship fight again.
First off, man, it was just a great fight. Thank God, man. It's beautiful boxing, big stage. It felt good to be on that stage once again. Fundora's a tremendous champion. But whoever the fuck that referee was, don't hire him for fucking main event shit ever again, man. Real talk. Do you remember Eric Morales versus Marcos Maidana? Do you remember how many times people fought with broken orbital bones? Shit's not even broken, man. Never got dropped in the whole fight. I'm getting caught on the back end of punches. The referee told me in the locker room, show me something. Move your feet, duck your head. I won't stop the fight. I'm using my legs. I'm getting caught on the back end. I wasn't buckled. He just jumped in like a white rabbit, man. So the little hoppy referees, they're not made for main event boxing. The fight was getting fun. The people were standing on their feet. We were just getting into the grind, and he was getting really comfortable swinging wide. Swinging big, swinging wide. Because he's young, because he trains hard, he put that press. Because he's a volume puncher. He put that press, and the referee reacted to that, So, Fundora's preparation, his fight style, it all ended up planning out for him. But as an OG, man, 4 more minutes, it would have been a lot of fun, I promise.
I don't believe all of that shit. But I will say this, man. I'm glad that the referee stopped it when he did. We didn't need to see Thurman take more punishment than what he did, man. So kudos to Sebastian Fundora. And as far as the 154 division, I'm going to say this, man. If you're 35 and older, you can forget it against that tall, lanky motherfucker. It's over, bro. So for all the Errols in the world and the Jamel Charlos of the world, I'm going to be one crying, sobbing ass motherfucker, bro. Because Sebastian is going to wipe out the rest of my generation, unfortunately. And I'm going to see it firsthand, bro.
I'm sorry. No. Why?
But what do you guys think about the Sebastian and Thurman fight?
Man, listen, it got ugly. I mean, Sebastian, man, has been messing up people's face, man. He's the surgeon. That's his nickname, the plastic surgeon, man. Because the more rounds Keith would have went, he would have looked more and more worse. That referee saved his life. I don't know what he talking about. We need referees like that one. While he talking about he don't need to be working. Man, listen, it's about saving lives. He saved your life. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else said, Keith Thurman said that publicly and then inboxed him saying thank you. they said Keith Thurman said it publicly in the press conference and then inboxed the ref saying thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
That's fucking hilarious, bro.
But I believe it too. But I'm gonna tell you another thing that was impressive. Sebastian getting better. I don't know if he's taking his time. It seems like he's listening to his trainer, and he's going to be a problem if he's sticking on the outside and not engaging as much like he used to. He used to always give up his height and reach, bend down. You can touch him up top too because he's level. He's lowering himself down to go to the body, where he's leaving his chin exposed, where you can actually hit him. I mean, you got to remember. Lubin was able to touch him and Mendoza because he would lower himself too. He would like to bang on the inside and come low. So for him fighting the way he did with Keith Thurman
and Tim Tszyu,
yeah. So for him to actually fight the way he fought against Keith Thurman and kept the discipline, man, and with the boxing and being patient, he's going to be more dangerous. I am concerned with Boots fighting him, and you know, I'm a Mortal Kombat fan. I said this about Keith Thurman. People say, hell, he got whooped, but yeah. He's not fighting a normal 6'1", 6-foot guy. He's fighting a Prince Goro before Shang Tsung.
All right. Let's dance.
Sorry.
That's who Sebastian is. He's like a Prince Goro with long reach, where we can move with the Street Fighter. What's his name with the Street Fighter? The long
Dao Ting.
Yeah, so you know it's a long reach. He's tall as heck, and you got a lot of people. Oh, all he got to do is slide here. All he got to do is bro. It's different in the ring with this guy. You know, there's other things you can try to do, but when you're in the ring, it's different. You know, I made a meme with with Sebastian, like Stretch Armstrong. I had the jab going for you. Remember that? The jab reaching from all the way from across the ring, man. That's how it looked when you inside the ring with him. So, but I think Keith can still fight. I just think it was a bad matchup. And then him taking those layoffs. You can't play boxing where you're getting. What is the purpose? I say this all the time. What is the purpose of taking a tune-up when you about to take another 1.5 year layoff? That defeats the purpose of a tune-up. You know, it's like I'm a fight. So they take this little tune-up and then I'll be ready to go back. No, you take a tune-up and then you coming back next year. You know, it's like I told people this. Sebastian and Keith Thurman, they're fighting, but we won't see them next April. Who the winner is, we probably gonna see the winner next April on the 15th. Like that's how PBC been moving, man. I hate to say it, but that's how it seems like they've been moving. But that's just my thoughts about the fight. I think Keith Thurman can still fight. I would like to see him against a normal size 154 pounder and see how he handles that. Then Fundora.
Bro, Jamel out here talking about how he fucking about to retire. Go ahead and fight Thurman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fuck it. And on top of that, or Thurman just got beat up pretty bad, bro. Maybe he might want a light touch against Clarissa Shields. I'm just gonna
right.
The only chance Keith really had in that fight is if Fundora didn't use his advantages and turned it into a firefight. That's the scary part. He's actually listening to his corner and his damn advantages, his reach and his length. Nobody's gonna come close to it, man. And the crazy thing about during this fight is at the end of the third round, I saw Keith land a couple damn good shots, and I'm like, okay, Keith starting to get his timing down. It didn't matter because he was still getting poop, 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 poop. 1, 2, 1, 2. It was like I moved to the left, 1, 2. I moved to the right, 1, 2. I moved forward, 1, 2. I moved back, 1, 2. It was like, damn. And Fundora he had Keith face looking like a pepperoni pizza, man. All the damn red dots on his shit. And the ref stopped the fight. I'm going to be honest. I can understand why Keith said it was a premature stoppage because Keith, the punishment he was taking wasn't like debilitating, but it was like, man, I couldn't see nothing different happening in the next 5 or 6 rounds. So, yeah, I get why he did it. So I disagree with Chuck about Fundora though, about him wiping out the rest of our era. Because I still think he can be led into a firefight. He just has to have the right opponent to pull it out of him. And I think Errol would be that dude because I know Errol is going to go to the body and he's going to make a conscious effort of going to the body. Now, that still don't mean Errol ain't going to get tagged up while trying to do that. But I believe that Fundora, even with this added sense of concentration that he showed against Keith Thurman, Keith wasn't the type of fighter that's going to pull the fight out of him that we're talking about. It's going to be somebody who's going to go to this body and it doesn't matter. He's going to be relentless, kind of like the approach that we figured Derek Chisora was going to take with Wilder. If somebody comes in there with that attacking style, I still would like to see how Fundora reacts because it's one thing going up against somebody like Keith, who really is not known for his body work, and then it's another thing going up against somebody like Errol, who gonna touch the body. If nothing else, Errol is gonna put some one twos to the body, straights, jabs, so it could make it interesting. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see nobody at 154, Boots, Xander, none of the other champions being favored against Fundora just because of his size advantage. So, homie, man, as long as I honestly believe that if he actually trained, he could make 147 because he's not like a skinny dude. He's not like a weight bully. He's not a big dude. We all know them tall, skinny, lanky dudes who can eat the damn refrigerator and still be like 130. And it's ridiculous. So I think Fundora, man, as long as he's focused, I can honestly see him at 154 for the next 7, 8 years, man.
Let me tell you this, Cleveland. That's funny you said that because I think I told Chuck this on the phone. He started at 147.
Ooh, I ain't know that. Okay.
I think I told Chuck this. I don't remember. I know I told somebody, but I was still. Huh? Yeah, he started at 147 on PBC, bro. He was at 147.
Praying for it, so I believe it.
But I'm going to say this, though, bro. In order to touch the body, you got to get to the body. Bro, if Fundora keep Errol at the end of that damn jab, bro, Errol ain't got nothing coming. That motherfucker older. He ain't been as active. Bro, if you ain't got Boots beating him, Errol damn sure ain't going to beat him.
Hey, I call him Sebastian the layoff slayer. He getting them all.
He going to destroy our generation, bro. It's over.
Hey, he getting the layoff slayer, PBC layoff. He going to get Earl. He going to get Jamel. He going to get all the layoffs.
He about to get them all out of here, bro. I see.
If them dudes fight him without having like adequate opponents, like you can't fight today and then fight him next July and think you're gonna win. Nah, man. you better have, all right, I gotta fight now. I ain't hurt. I need to fight in 3 more months. All right, I'm good. I need to fight in 4 months. Then you fight that dude. You're not beating him off no layoff, man. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. You're gonna have to have your timing, all your stuff together when you fight this dude, man. So
I personally believe Al Heyman is getting Earl back for taking that Crawford fight. He gonna get Jamel back for running out, just blowing this money, be drinking. Al Heyman is sending his enforcer, Fundora, to take out the dirty quarter.
Damn, wouldn't that be something? Hey, I can see it though. The crazy thing is I can see it.
All right. Oh, but speaking of touch ups, though, bro, Errol Spence, man, Robert Garcia has said something about Errol, bro. He has said that, yeah, Errol, he ain't gonna take a tune up fight because he can't beat a tune up now. He's washed. And I was like, whoa.
That's
All right,
good.
Robert.
See,
Okay, Robert.
man.
Yikes.
That's my opinion because I think when it comes to boxing, a fighter that's been out for what 3-4 years and wants to come back, I think it's just very normal for anybody to take a tune-up fight. And I say, look, from Spence last performance against Crawford, who made it look so easy. Spence looked bad in that fight. He looked really bad. And a lot of people thought he was going to be able to beat Crawford. A lot of people favored him. But Crawford made it so easy that Crawford's that good, but Spence was really good too. And if Crawford made it look so easy, I think it had a lot to do with Spence not being 100% and not being there. So 3 or 4 years later, he can't get better. He can't be better. And if a fighter is planning on making a comeback and not getting a tune-up fight, this is my opinion, and I could be wrong, and hopefully I'm wrong, because I think Spence could put up some great fights if I'm wrong. But if a fighter is coming back after 3 or 4 years layoff, and you look horrible in your last performance, and you're coming back straight into a solid fight, then maybe he feels that he might fail in a tune-up fight. And if he fails in a tune-up fight for a low payday, then he goes straight into a big fight where he's gonna make a couple $1 million. That's my opinion. Hopefully I'm wrong. I'm not. That's not talking shit, and it's not because I don't like Spence. He's never done anything bad to me. You know, he beat Mikey, but he was a better man.
Floyd Mayweather, bro. Hey, listen, bro. Has Floyd lost his fucking mind, bro? Bro, he sits up there. He does an interview right after we thinking that him and Manny Pacquiao are getting ready to have a real fight.
Mm-hmm.
Says this.
First of all, Maypac to you at Sphere. What part did being at the Sphere kind of play in you taking that fight?
Well, as of right now, we don't know exactly where the fight is going to be at. We don't know the location of the fight. The Sphere is one of the places that they talked about. So we don't know if it's 100% going to be there. And this is not actually a fight, it's an exhibition. This is not actually a fight, it's an exhibition.
Okay.
So we're going to do it again, and hopefully we're going to entertain the people.
Manny Pacquiao came out and said, nah, motherfucker, that's some bullshit.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure?
Yes, the contract we signed is a real fight.
Real fight, okay. Yeah, because I know he said...
I wouldn't fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight, yeah.
Motherfucker, you signed for a real fight. Now you want to come with all this? Bro, is this fight in jeopardy now? Is Floyd Mayweather going to fuck around and get sued? Or will Floyd come around and say, okay, all right, I fucked up. It is what it is. It's a real fight. Let's run it.
Honestly, man, I'll be real with you. I really don't care. If I give you my opinion on it, it's that he's probably having second thoughts about fighting Manny when Manny has been more active. And we all know that the whispers around Manny and juicing. So if you're going to have a real fight, he's going to have some Olympic-style drug testing. But Floyd just trying to backtrack out of this fight because of those very reasons that I just mentioned. The fact is, man, I don't think I believe, like I told y'all, he thought this was going to get way bigger reception than it got. And then when he started seeing the reaction, it was like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Nah, dude, ain't nobody about to come give you money when they know that you just trying to get a money grab, man. People about to come and rag on your ass. They gonna tell you how broke you are, and they gonna make fun of you. They've been waiting for a reason. And Floyd just gives them reason after reason to come after him or to boo the man. So I don't have no I don't actually want to see a damn Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao real fight or exhibition. So I might be in a minority on this, man. Sit y'all old asses down, man. You a damn granddaddy. Manny, I know you got kids, but I know you ain't no granddad yet. But y'all sit y'all old grumpy asses down, bruh. Start promoting this newer generation so boxing will actually be here in 20 years as opposed to y'all just always trying to come rob the damn cookie jar whenever y'all getting broke, man. You know what? I got an analogy for you, man. Floyd Mayweather does what Devin the Dude used to do. You know, me and Chuck used to rock with Devin the Dude. Then I hit Chuck up one time. I was like, hey, man, you getting that new Devin the Dude? He was like, hell no, nah, man. Devin only make music when he need weed money.
I break down the sweets and I roll them hoes like 2x4s. Fired up, take a pull and run that hoe up through my nose. Take a couple of more and then it goes to my friends. When it's gone, I start the whole process all over again.
And that's all this is with Floyd Mayweather, man. Broke and he needs some spending change, and now he regretting the decision that he made, man. I can't support this garbage.
Cooked on that one, man. I'm gonna say this, man.
Mr. Cleveland, I like that.
That's a good one, man. I'm gonna say this, man, from my perspective and how I looked at it. To me, I think Floyd has exposed that he is going through some financial problems. That's what I got out of because for one, he's fighting 3 times. He could have made great money just sticking with exhibition. That's just simple. I think we all know that. I think we all agree he can make 40 to 50 million, whatever, doing exhibitions. You know what I mean? So why would you even be convinced to sell your O unless you think the professional route is going to make more money than the exhibition? See what I'm saying? So him and Manny giving Manny a rematch who you didn't want to give a rematch to years later. Now you talking about a rematch. You're showing signs of having some financial trouble. I tell people all the time, I don't think he's broke like Adrien Broner, but the way he spend, let's just say he got 150 million in his account. That's life-changing money. But the way he spend, he's panicking. He's got to go to court. He's got 5, 6 cases pending. His boxing gyms, people was talking they're not getting paid. Logan came out. I mean, the IRS just posted a report that they taking 8.7 million or something like that from him. So they say he owes. So it's a lot of stuff coming against him. And I think what I believe he got with a new team that manipulated him that's why he went 10 years going back on Al Heyman, talking about Alden took some money from him, because your new team is digging, trying to find certain things, trying to win your trust over. Now they saying, look, you got to turn pro. You got to sacrifice your O. So he's signed into this stuff. And what I think happened, he got that advance money. People was talking about he got advance money. When he got the advance money, he tried to change into an exhibition. They said he got over $70 million of advance money from the Netflix deal. So that's a lot of money of advance money. And I've noticed very common because Broner used to get advance money from Al Heyman. So I know that you can do that. But this is the first time ever Floyd has taken advance out of any boxing event. He's going through something. People can try to pretend, but he's going through something where he's actually making these type of moves. And he goes from this is a pro fight to now it's an exhibition. After you get the 70 million, you changed the bout. This is why I said he turned it. Somebody convinced him that sell your O would make more. You get what I'm saying? Somebody in his team is convincing him because it ain't Al no more. You get what I'm saying? He got a new team he's trying to win trust over. That's the only reason why he would go back trying to look for $340 million that said it was stolen from him. When I personally don't think so. I personally think everything Floyd signed with Al Heyman was legit. Look, Al gave him, hey, I want you to say you want your 6 fight deal? for this million, this of what 600 million or whatever for a 6 fight. He got that. That's why Floyd was bragging. But see, Floyd had to go and check the books, and they got people going to check all this. You was happy with Floyd, Al Heyman. You was telling them he was like a father to you.
Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather, my father. I got two, I got a father and I got a dad. My dad taught me about boxing, but my father taught me about business. And I keep my fingers crossed every day. And hopefully someday we can have more guys like Al Heyman in the sport of boxing to help fighters. Teach fighters the right way, because for years I never really knew the business part of boxing. I never really knew the business part of boxing.
Now you're getting with new people and telling them, oh, he done did this, he done did that. Nah, bruh. You went digging because you ain't got the money no more. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to end it here. Don King, shout out to Cleveland. Don King said it best. You ain't got no money if you can count your money.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say.
Man, that's a perfect way to end that, Mark. You mentioned Adrien Broner a lot too, Mark. And what I heard, he just signed a deal with Misfits Boxing. Now, I don't know if this is true or not. Do you know anything about that?
Well, he just made a post about the other day about him coming back, and boxing is all he know, and he didn't want to be out of the streets. That's what he posted on Instagram. Like, the street life ain't for him. He's getting away from that. That's not who he want to be. Boxing is what he know. He want another chance. Adrien Broner, I think, deserved another chance to make a payday in the ring, based on not his skill set, based on how he conducted himself as a fighter over the years. I mentioned this before. When Broner was at the top, when Broner was the A side, when Broner was selling tickets, when Broner was the main attraction, never once, can't nobody find footage of this man talking about whoever you beat. Why you want to fight me? What's your resume? How many tickets have you sold? Broner never used that energy. Broner gave more opportunity to fighters than I know personally. Broner has. Broner gave Adrien Granado an opportunity. Nobody knew who Adrien Granado was. And he got the bag after that because he fought Robert Easter. He fought Sean Porter. And he was even about to give my guy I've been supporting since the amateurs, Michael Williams. They was about to fight on Black Prime. Michael Williams Jr. Didn't nobody know who Michael Williams Jr. was? But Broner was going to...
Granado's ended up fighting Danny Garcia too.
Absolutely. But he started getting the bag. Broner put on a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? Broner was on. He was the main attraction. Robert Easter was fighting on the undercard. That's how he got known. Rasheed Warren was fighting on the undercard. Terrell Goucher was fighting on the undercard. He was feeding Ohio fighters, bro. Like, can't nobody tell me that I cover this sport. I cover Ohio and the region. You can't tell me what he wasn't doing. He even helped trainers. He helped his guys, trainers, put them on. You know what I mean? So he didn't help a lot. So I think him doing this misfit, if it is true, I hope he get an opportunity where somebody give him an opportunity to fight. I even brought up Floyd Mayweather. Me and Broner actually talked because I brought him up and tagged him in the post. And you and Mayweather for an exhibition. Why Mayweather can't give you a bag? I think you can sell it. I think still it's a good exhibition where y'all gonna make millions of dollars. On Netflix. Why not?
I would love that fight, bro. I would love that, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
we don't fuck with the brothers like that. So get that out your mind. Let's be real. If you're gonna do exhibitions, that should have been the first dude he could have did an exhibition with, and that would have sold because both of them dudes talk. Yeah, yep. Floyd ain't on it with the brothers like that, man.
That's kind of messed up though when you think about it. Yep, that's true, bro. He fighting somebody in Greece. He only fighting Tyson. Lord behold, Tyson was in a wheelchair. And trying to make it, he was trying to make it to the Jake Paul fight, and still sold that. Had people thinking Tyson had a chance, and I didn't. Jake carried that man, regardless of people think Jake fake fraud, whatever. Jake carried Tyson. Tyson is old; he's 60, and then Floyd is looking back like, I gotta call Mike, and you know what? He probably called Mike and told Mike personally, "I'm going through some financial troubles." Tyson, don't say nothing, but I need you. That's private. I need you, man, to come through for me. Mike is old, bro. Mike is barely surviving it, and he making good money. Mike good, but some of these fighters will help another fighter privately and do events for them. Roy Jones, I made a post not too long ago. Roy Jones talked about that with Mike McCollum. Mike McCollum was old but needed opportunity because he was going through some financial situation, and Roy Jones fought an older Mike McCollum and carried him during that fight. He didn't have to do that, So sometimes fighters do help each other in that way. That's why I feel like Adrien Broner deserved that type of bone, because he did do that for a lot of fighters, and Floyd ain't trying to do that with him. But Floyd is calling Manny. Floyd is calling Tyson. He's reaching out to people he need when he going through some distress or some things going on. I really believe that. So that's all I say from it. But you're absolutely right, Cleveland. Floyd should be looking more out for his people and giving them opportunities than fighting the guy in Greece in their backyard. After the Tyson, he's going to Greece, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, Floyd used to be Mr. Las Vegas. I'm going to fight here, and that's where you going to Greece for a bag. All right.
Yeah, man, he is kind of acting out of character nowadays, ain't he?
Right.
Yeah, we know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Oscar De La Hoya. He ended up selling that Ring magazine to Turkey Ali Sheik, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Oscar did an interview, and Oscar said, I highly regret selling that magazine to Turkey.
Do you regret selling the Ring?
Do I regret it? The way things are going, I actually do. And I never regret anything. When I had the Ring magazine, I kept its integrity. I kept the panel of writers from all over the world who were deciding who's number one, who's number two, making sure its integrity is in place. And I could have sustained it for forever if I wanted to, but Turkey came along, and I thought I was selling it to a person who really cared for the sport and was going to hold its integrity, but I guess I was wrong.
Me personally, bro, I collect them. You know what I'm saying? I've been collecting these Ring magazines for I don't know how long. That's on the wall. Just a new one with Bud Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this, though. It's a big difference from this than this. I agree with Oscar. This shit is bullshit, bro.
What's wrong with that magazine? Break that down. What's wrong with the newest one? Break down the difference. Go ahead.
All right.
Good.
Remember how with the older magazines, bro, they have more in-depth stories and backgrounds about the fighters?
Mm-hmm.
They don't do that nowadays, bro. How about we turn to the first page of the new magazine and add, okay?
Okay.
Let's flip to the next page and add.
And it's upside down? Why they put it wrong?
Okay. Let's turn to, hold on. What's it? Look at the very next page.
Wow.
What is this, bro? What is this? It's a joke. It's a fucking joke, bro. They give you a lot of art nowadays, a lot of illustrations, but dude, this shit is made for kids now.
Wow.
And you see this firsthand, bro. Damn near every page is some type of ad that doesn't even pertain to boxing. It's like, what are we doing? So no, I unsubbed. I will not get another magazine after this one. It's bullshit, bro. The rankings is bullshit. I don't know who's doing the rankings now over there for the Ring. So no, I'm done with the Ring, bro. That shit up there, that's the last one. And I'm glad it's the last one considering who on the fucking cover.
That's deep. That's deep, bro. I didn't know that.
Oscar said he highly regrets. He said the Ring, he said even the belt is meaningless.
That's true. That he's not lying. Because when I looked at how the rankings now with the Ring belt, it's like everybody, it used to be the number one against the number one, and they get now you don't. It's like I own it. I can give who I want to give the belt to. as the ring, and it has watered down now. So now that's like, phew.
Mr. Cleveland, you got any thoughts about what Oscar said about the Ring magazine, or your thoughts period about the Ring magazine?
Be honest with you, man. I didn't like the Ring even when Oscar had it. So I'm probably not the guy to talk about this. I'm just tripping on how they sold you a magazine full of ads. He spent $30 for 30 pages worth of ads and no boxing info.
Hey, be on the lookout for this kid though, bro. This motherfucker nice.
Yeah, he followed me. He's from out of Florida. Amar, he was a bronze medalist. Yeah.
Fucking nice, bro. I like him.
Mm.
So I just proved my point. This Ring magazine ain't what it used to be, bro. So anybody who gets it, bro, stop. Because I didn't got the past 6 editions I've gotten, they've all been the same, bro. Nothing but ads. And to Mr. Cleveland's point, $25 fucking dollars, bro, for that. Anyway, let's talk about Zuffa, man. They just signed Berlanga and Richardson Hitchens. Bro, both of these guys, can I be honest with you? I hate to say this, bro, but who gives a fuck? Like, who gives a fuck about Berlanga and Richardson Hitchens at this point? I knew this dude wasn't about to smoke. We had just talked about this dude 2 shows ago. He never had me convinced anyway. So it is, man. And as far as Berlanga, I have nothing to say, at all about the move for Berlanga. It is what it is, bro. But Mr. Cleveland, you got anything you want to say about Zuffa?
Nah, man, pretty much what you said, man. Rose Berlanga was a never was. I never understood the hype for the dude. And Higgins, Richardson, man, like you said, he just ain't, for me, he ain't had a heart, man. He wasn't, even if you ain't got the talent, but you got the heart, I can still get behind you. But if I'm not believing and I ain't liking how you moving, I can't rock with that. But hey, man, if they getting these easy money checks, I can't get mad at you for that. But don't think I'ma support it.
Yeah, I'm. I don't care what he does. To me, his career is starting to go like Demetrius Andretti, where he's not getting the names, he's not getting the big fights, and he's okay with that. And my thing is, I'm gonna support if you want to go after the bag and not legacy. Cool, you're a prize fighter. You're gonna go after, but don't play both sides. Don't go after the bag and then complain about your legacy later when people is looking at you as a good you're a prize fighter. You make good money, but they really didn't care about your career. You know what I mean? It's like you can be. People don't understand. You can be 30-0 and no one don't care. You can be 44-0 and no one don't care. We got a kid now that's named Mendoza. I forgot his first name, but I have to show. I'm gonna send it to Chuck. He's 42-0. It's Crawford. He got the same record as Crawford, but the dude is ranked number 30 in the 147 division because of the level of competition he done fought. The dude ain't never been on TV, but he's 42-0. So again, he probably ain't even got a bag, but he didn't have 42 bouts. You burning your career. I blame that on the management. When you got that many fights and you ain't fought nobody with a pulse, you know what I mean? So that's bad. So again, when it goes back to Hitchens, you want to go to Zuffa, it ain't no smoke over there really in that division. Now, if that's what you want to do, cool. They might set you up with Conor Benn. If Conor Benn is going to fight at 160 or he going to try to make 140, what is it, 147? I believe that's what it is, 147 and 160. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be Zuffa catchweight boxing because that's what we're going to be seeing. We're going to be seeing a lot of catchweights and fights that means really nothing because it ain't nothing on the line, no legacy, but we got the bag. I care nothing about your bag if you ain't helping me. That's all I'm saying.
They interviewed Eddie Hearn the other day. And Eddie Hearn said, to hell with both of them. He said neither one of them could ever come back to me and think that I'll do business with either one of them. He said he was done with Richardson Hitchens after Richardson Hitchens had that fight, and he, in the post interview, he told the world, I'm a free agent now. I'm ready for whoever, right in front of Eddie Hearn. And he said when he heard him say that right then and there, he said I was done with him.
We haven't had those guys under contract for over a year now, I think. But we confirmed to those guys a couple of months ago we're not interested, and I think it's a good deal for them, especially Edgar, because I think it's a weird deal for Hitchens. It's going to be really interesting with the IBF. But I think I'm not going to go into it, but look, I'm glad they've finally got deals because they've been out of contract for a long time looking for deals, and now they've got one, so good luck to them.
All right, so let me ask you, if you still had a relationship with Keith Connolly, would they be with you?
No, I don't think so. After Hitchens said what he said, which Keith told him to say, I was pretty much done with him. We did have some brief chats. I mean, he ended up signing a contract to fight for half the money that I actually offered him pre-Kambosos, but they messed around. And then when he said that after the Kambosos fight, I was done, really. Edgar, we made him an offer to fight Diego Pacheco about 3 months ago, something like that, which he turned down. And then afterwards, I went back to Keith and said, I'm not interested in Berlanga or Hitchens. So just move on. And he's been working away last couple of months to try and get a deal and come up with this one. So I wish him all the best.
He said so. He wished both of them well. And he included Conor Benn in that as well, because he's still mad at Conor Benn for the whole betrayal with the whole.
I knew he would. I mean, he protected Conor Benn from boots for so long, but you get what you deserve. Stop trying to save these fighters and let them fight. Yeah, and they got UK backing, bro. Let that man go fight, and come on, man.
And on top of that, I know Eddie Hearn said, "Listen, motherfucker, we lied and covered for your motherfucking ass when you pop dirty, and this is how you want to repay us, bro." You know what I'm saying? So it runs a lot deeper than what people think, because I always thought that egg bullshit I thought that was some bullshit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And Eddie Hearn knew that was bullshit, but he went to bat for that boy, man.
Absolutely back.
In my situation, and I stand by this, and you can say, no, I would have done this, you would have done the same thing. You speak to the governing body, maybe back in the day it was the FA, and you say, you are designed to handle this situation. You're the regulatory body, you're the disciplinary committee, take away your player contracts, which might be different in football, and now we say it's up to the FA to make their decision. Just like us, the way a fight proceeds.
But they've got legislative powers, Eddie. This one hasn't. This one's funded by you lot.
No.
It's funded by you lot.
It's got the decision to sanction a fight or not. What are you talking about?
On the basis...
No. On the basis
of information,
no,
which no one will provide
on the
to them.
basis of... You're saying to me, right, how can you proceed with 2 failed tests? No. Why don't you ask the board how they can... No, you haven't. You flitted around it. The reality is, we get the stress. The board, I don't care about stress. I want to be acknowledged. The board make the decision.
Eddie, as we go to a break, I want you to answer this straight, Eddie. Can you in any way be proud of yourself in the way this entire affair was handled, particularly in fight week?
You've asked that question as well, and I've responded before. I think I made mistakes on a Wednesday. During this process, we and I keep going on about it, contractually, everything that we did was done with care and thought. I think nobody particularly handled the situation well, but I will say once again, when these tests come through, our governing body, we had conversations with them, and the conversations went something like this. Robert, I know you don't acknowledge VADA, we've been here before, but basically, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And 5 weeks later, they pulled the fight. Now, the other people say about my mistake of backing Conor Benn. I say this, I believe Conor Benn. There has been no benefit to me from a profile way or from a perceived integrity position to back Conor Benn. It would have been so easy for me just to cast him aside and say, well, I'm not sure, but I believe the young man. And I've stood by him.
Do you believe him still?
100%.
Still?
100%. I've sat with him, I've sat with his family, and by the way, no one can criticise me for that. Because let me tell you, it would have been so easy.
But hang on, Simon.
Wait. You're the only person who loves the sound of his own voice more than me.
I don't know about that.
Well, it's true. But what I'm saying, Simon, is I've chosen to back this young man. I've taken flack. I've taken criticism. People have told me, don't do it. Distance yourself from it.
Is that because you can't get out of it now?
No. Mate, it would be easy for me to get out of it. I've done it because I believe in Jim. I've done it because I believe in the young man.
Did you want Conor to speak to Piers Morgan and talk TV?
No, I've not given Conor Ben.
Did you know he was going to do that?
Yes, I was made aware on the day that it was coming out. On the day?
Yeah.
I've not given Conor Ben one piece of advice from a media perspective, from a legal perspective, or anything. One thing I stand by is I've had this young kid in my office 3 dozen times. I've had his dad in my office. I've had Tony Sims in his office, and I believe him.
Conor Ben or his team or kick whoever, that if you run into him, that you're just not going to speak to them, or you'll just be civil. Have you already played that in your head, or what?
No, I think something like that you never know till you actually. It happens, you know. I'm not interested in talking to those guys. Like, good luck to them. You know, I'm not going to sit there and hope Conor Ben doesn't win. But I'm not interested in having a conversation or a fabricated conversation or whatever. You pick your sides and on you go. So it's like we've got other things to worry about.
Oh, he also said this, bro, and then I'm gonna get off of Eddie Hearn. Is Wilder a touch up though, bro? He clearly said, listen, we want a tune-up fight before Fury. He said, and Wilder is that tune-up fight.
You want Adrien versus Deontay Wilder?
This is what I want. We need a warm-up fight before we fight Tyson Fury. Because AJ's coming off the accident, he's rehabilitating his body, etc. We'll take Deontay Wilder as that warm-up fight. And then we'll fight Tyson Fury in December.
Pretty much calling Deontay around.
Yeah.
Eddie, he just sent Chisora into retirement.
I was there. I was sitting front row. By the way, I respect Wilder, and I think he looked much better in that fight than he has done previously. But let me tell you, because I was 6 feet away, Anthony Joshua will walk through Deontay Wilder within 3 rounds.
Now, do I agree with that? Now, we already talked about it earlier. Chisora is a different fight.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, bro, I never thought I would say this, but bro, I kind of got Anthony, bro. I kind of got Anthony beat, bro.
What do you mean you never thought you'd say this? Look how long it's been, man. Before these guys.
I never, in the words of the UK people, I never fancied Anthony. I never liked him, bro.
Oh, I got you.
You know, so I always had Wilder destroying him. But now, bro, I might have to kind of change my tune, bro. But if they make that fight, we'll definitely have to talk about it, man, because it's definitely a possibility.
I would say this to make mine quick. We're gonna base our pick off Cleveland because he the one hot right now when it comes to Wilder. We're gonna base it off what Cleveland say. You the lead, baby. We're gonna follow.
Even if you think that Joshua gonna win, he ain't beating Wilder in no damn 3 rounds.
Oh, hell no.
I'll be honest with you. This is the only time Anthony Joshua has a chance to beat Wilder, and it still will be life and death. Anthony Joshua is way too robotic. You can see his shit coming from a mile away. So listen, I'm not going to be the guy to follow because I'm going to tell you with these situations, for me, it's the same as Wilder Chisora. I'm not about to pick no UK motherfucker over my FBA brother. Hell nah, man. You better eat your tea and crumpets and your baked beans for breakfast and keep your ass over there. Nah, dog. It's bomb squad all day until the wheels fall off, and then when the motherfuckers fall off, we putting duct tape around the bitches, put them back on the car. We're gonna still ride out. So it's always gonna be Deontay Wilder, man. Hey, look, go ahead and have Deontay Wilder as a tune-up if you want to. That Joshua for Fury fight won't happen. It won't happen. It won't. The only thing I can say though is I'll give Anthony Joshua this. He's always been honest. He told us 10 years ago, I'm not going to fight Wilder until I feel like I have a chance to win. Well, you think maybe he bullshit. Nah, dog. 2 years go by, no fight. 5 years go by, no fight. 8 years go by, no fight. Deontay Wilder starting to look old. Okay, maybe we can fight. He don't want to fight the dude, man. And the fact is, if he don't, to be honest with you, I don't want to see the fight now. But if it does happen, I'm still gonna support Wilder. But I don't want to see this now, because you gonna wait till both of these dudes is out of their prime, and until Wilder ain't got that aura around him no more, so you don't feel as scared. But I could even tell that Anthony Joshua was scared when Wilder was walking by him, man. Dude,
Yeah.
I know that people might think I'm crazy, but I seen this stuff, man. He didn't always been scared of this dude. He didn't always been scared.
He's
of
gonna
this
be very hesitant of that right hand. He definitely gonna still be hesitant to even let his hands go. So he might be looking like Shakur against De Los Santos, jump back. Like, dang, AJ doing a lot of jumping back right now. You know, that could be the part. That could be the case.
I just don't see Anthony coming out blitzing Deontay because he's going to be afraid of that right hand. And to be honest with you, I don't see Joshua fighting Fury neither, man. Unless both them dudes is broke and they need the money, I don't see it happening. But to be honest with you, I thought Fury's going to stay retired. So what do I know? But hey, man, Joshua, you better fight Wilder now. Don't wait like you did. Well, you know what? No, I'm tripping. He is going to wait. He going to wait about 3-4 more years with Deontay Wilder start. Once he got to dye his hair, when he need that just for gray, once he start using that, man, just for men, the gray, when he start dyeing his beard and all that shit.
Hello, may I help you?
Yes, Clyde and Keith to see Emmett Smith. Emmett, your gray facial hair has put you in a rocking chair. Your beard is weird. Your stash is trash. Oh, it's bad.
Just for Men Gel penetrates tough gray and puts it away in 5 easy minutes.
His edge is back. He's right on track.
Backfield in motion.
He moves and grooves. He scores. Just for Men Gel. Keep your edge.
That's when Anthony's going to fight him. He's going to be like, up. He's prime pickings right now. So, as Chuck said, I never fancied Anthony. I really can't stand the guy and the reason I don't like him is because he let Eddie Hearn stand out there, do all the talk, and make him look stupid, and didn't go out there and fight the real dudes, man. So I'm good on AJ.
Gotcha. Well, let's just stick to some UK news real quick. Let's talk about the women for a little bit, man. Ellie Scottney, bro, becomes the youngest undisputed champion ever from the UK, from that side of the pond. Kudos to her. Caroline Dubois, if you just had a fight, unified lightweight champion. And let's just say Alicia Baumgardner was not impressed. Bro, she's been talking a lot, bro, since that fight Caroline Dubois had. And let's just say she didn't want no peace treaty while she was eating her bowl of Wheaties.
Are y'all ready? I'm so hyped today because yesterday I watched a C-level fighter have a C performance, okay? This the same bitch, Dubois, that's who we talk about, Dubois, who was talking about beating me. She was talking about getting Terry up out of there in the 4th round. Remember she said that? I'm gonna need y'all to go back and do your homework. I'm gonna need y'all to go back and do your homework and go back and see exactly what she said. She said she was gonna get Terry up out of there. Remember that? She was gonna get Terry up out of there. She said she getting that boy, she getting Terry out of there. Okay, bet. You getting Terry out of there, right? You didn't do that. You didn't do that at all. You didn't do that. That was a C-level performance. Yeah, you knocked her down. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Whoop-de-do. Did you finish her? You didn't busted her head up with the head class. Did you get her up out of there? No, you had every chance to get her up out of there and you didn't do it. Because you know why? Because you don't believe in yourself. And I see that. I read energy very well. You was okay with what you did, but you wasn't okay to finish her. And that's the difference between me and you. So don't be on this internet talking, doing all that rah-rah. And I need y'all to really understand, like, when you really get down to the real nitty-gritty of things, the nitty-gritty, like the real true facts of some real shit, I got Terry up out of there in the 4th round. I need a judge to tell me if I won that fight. That's the difference. You had every opportunity to beat her and get her out of there and make a statement. When you talk about fighting me, make a statement. Make a statement. Michaela Mayer, she made a statement because she was unified. Cool. Bet. Beat that. Next person. Like, people are just too caught up on the internet and just be like, oh, you need to fight her. You need to fight. Listen, y'all, I'm not ducking no smoke. I said I would fight the girl. I already said I would fight her. But there comes a point in the time where the money gotta be right. Baby, I am the money maker. She need me. She needs my name. She needs my name to build a fight. You feel me? She not even a super fight opponent. In my contract, she not in there. She not in there. She's not a top fighter. You know who's a top fighter? Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor. Those are two people right there who are top dogs. Come on now. That's the money. That's the money fight. That's the super fight. That's what we talking about. So don't get to yapping over here about this girl from the UK. That shit bogus, man. You had every opportunity to get Terry out of there and you didn't do that. That was your opportunity to say, hey, Alicia, what's up? That shit didn't move me. That shit motivated me to go work out because this is who y'all comparing me to. This is who y'all want me to fight. Please stop. Please stop with that. It's not even that. Caroline is not on my level. I never duck no smoke from nobody. She's not the biggest fight to make next. I know who I want, and I've been very vocal about who I want. I got my fight April 17th. And then I'm going to be fighting again this year. And it's not Caroline. She's not the big fight to make. When we talk about making big fights, when we talk about main event, when we talk about putting people in seats here, it ain't her. And like I said again, nobody's ducking nobody. I don't care to beat her ass. I'll put her in the dirt for y'all if that's what you want. She a young girl, but I could never be scared of a C-level person. This is the same girl going around asking how she can beat me, like on some real shit. Like, I get it. They want a name to build off of, and that's the name that they're choosing to do. Me. We need Alicia because that's the fight that is perfect to build off of. No, go put some skin in the game. Go put some skin in the game. Go do what I did. I became undisputed at 130, okay? All the belts. Didn't have nothing handed to me. I'm now email champ. I beat the champ to be the champ. Let's get that shit right. Don't come over here with all that yah. I'm telling you, I'm going to fight you, but it ain't going to be when you want it to be. That's the difference. Baby, I'm the top dog. Top earned. Stop playing. Like, listen, I gotta let y'all know on the chat because some of y'all just be talking just to talk. This another thing. I'm at 130 pounds. I'm at super featherweight. That is my weight class. Have I moved up to 135? No, I have not. So why are you calling me out? You got other 3 girls who have belts at your weight class. Why aren't you worried about becoming undisputed? You worry about AB because you want my name. You want to eat off my name. No, bitch. Not gonna work. Go put some skin in the game. You think you teaming up with the ops is gonna get you fired up? You think you going around asking people how to beat me? You're not gonna beat me. You can't beat me because I'm better than you at all things. That's the difference. And when that happens, everybody who is talking, you're gonna see. And that's all I can say. You can believe me. You don't have to believe me. You can fuck with me. You don't gotta fuck with me. You can be a fan, not a fan. I don't care about none of that. At the end of the day, the real always rise, baby. Period. That fugazi goofy shit, that shit sink to the bottom. So that's what that is. I'm just gonna keep it G with y'all because a lot of y'all just be talking just to talk. So listen, I've been very vocal and I ain't been saying too much because I know exactly what I need to do. So that's why I just keep it at a minimum. But since y'all was addressing me, talking about I'm scared or I'm ducking or this, that, and the other about the boy, baby, the boy ain't got shit for me but an ass whooping.
She sat up there and called that girl damn near everything but a child of God. She sat up there and said that you working with the op and Clarissa Shields thinking that that's going to stop me. I got this. You ain't ready. I'm the A side. You the B side. I will say this shit too, man. We need Turkey back involved, bro, big time. Like Turkey been kind of taking a little break from boxing. Bro, we started to hear this A side, B side talk shit again, bro, and I don't like it, man. I really don't, bro. Like that's the shit that's ruining boxing, man. We don't need that talk, bro. We thought Turkey had eliminated that for good. We just suffered from that with the Devin Haney and Rolly Romero negotiations. This shit is starting to just rear its ugly head all over again. We need Turkey in the sport big time. Turkey has said this. Listen, I'm taking a little break right now. I got things going on. You know, I got like bombs and shit flying across my motherfucking head at the moment. I got a lot going on here. But listen, I will be back full throttle and I will be making the best fights that you motherfuckers will ever see. But we definitely need them, bruh, because this A side, B side talk shit, it ain't nothing but some bullshit at the end of the day, bruh. But what do you guys think about the women?
I'm gonna say this: Alicia need to embrace Caroline Dubois as a arch nemesis, and and embrace that she's going to take that fight instead of downplaying it. That's why I referred to Adrien Broner earlier. Broner never did this. Broner never talked about I'm the A side. You gotta do this. You ain't on my level or downplay it. Broner never did that. And Alicia, being from Ohio, you gotta step up, man. There's nothing wrong with it. If you're gonna be the face, people will come at you. And you don't like the fact that this girl is calling you out, coming at you, but then you contradictory did this with Clarissa. You wanted to go to 147, So that's my problem. Now I'm not gonna say she's ducking because I don't believe you can duck somebody in another weight class, but her energy. It's your energy towards this fight that I'm concerned with. It's like you got to at least say, you know what? Carolina's a good fighter. It's gonna when that time comes, it's gonna be fireworks. You gotta entertain that instead of downplaying it, and then had the nerve to say you gotta clean out the division. This is girls boxing. Women become champions in the fourth fight of their pro career. What are you talking about? Like, what are we talking about here? Clear out what division? You was already undisputed. You should be going after big names. So if she can't get Katie, I think, or Amanda in her so-called next fight after this one, then you need to go out, try to go up and get Caroline. Like you gotta do it. So that's just my thing.
You absolutely nailed that with the women, bro. Like our girl Ebony Bridges, bro. I think she had got a real title fight after like her fifth or sixth fucking fight, bro. So yeah, it's good on the women's side.
It's not that they don't have a big roster. They don't have a big where you got to build them up. No, y'all got to make the fights now, and you better strike while the iron is hot because y'all on ESPN, y'all getting great deals. They said y'all just signed a long-term deal. Y'all can have 3 fights. Like, what are we talking about? Like, y'all acting like y'all got so much on the table. No, man, y'all need to fight. So again, if she just say, I'm looking forward to that fight. She is this and this, and it's gonna be. I can't wait. We is gonna fight. That makes it sounds a little bit better. Her PR team need to work with her on that because you can't avoid somebody or talk about, well, I knocked her out. You didn't knock her out, girl. She won. She got 2 belts. Like, what are we talking about here? What are we really talking about here? So that's what it comes down to.
Be honest with you, man. Alicia, like, she make it hard. Just like Clarissa, sometimes we making it hard to root for them, man. She had all that energy for Clarissa. And Clarissa like 30 pounds away from you. But Caroline Dubois is 5 pounds and you can't make a fight. You coming up with every excuse. Well, you got to get my nails did. You got to pay for my dinner. You got to do this. Man, bitch, shut up. If you're going to fight or not. She want to smoke. And then this is what gets me. You got the nerve to talk down on this girl, but you the one who done popped dirty for shit in the past. Don't get mad when she bring it up because you want to talk crazy and reckless. It's like you gonna do all that talking, you gotta fight. You can't tell me I need to do X, Y, and Z. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Alicia, she's good. I'm not gonna say she's not no good fighter, but you ain't put in the amount of work for you to be making these types of claims, man. The way she talking, you think she 3-time undisputed, pound for pound, #1 woman's boxer in the world, making millions of dollars every time she fighting. It's like, nah, man. You got people buzzing around the Caroline Dubois fight. That's a money fight. That's probably the biggest money fight that you're gonna get, because you're not about to get Amanda Serrano. I don't believe that. You ain't about to get Katie Taylor. You're not about to get that. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first person to come out and say I'm wrong. But for one, you too much of a threat for them to give you Katie Taylor. So you're not gonna get that fight. They're gonna avoid it. So go ahead and knock off the person that they probably want Katie Taylor to fight, which is Caroline Dubois, because that's an all UK thing. Get her out the way so they don't even have an excuse to go to her, because you know that's what they waiting for. But if you're not gonna fight and you just gonna do all this talking, man, call me when the damn signed, sealed, and delivered fight is on the dotted line. Otherwise, man, you wasting my time.
I'm gonna tell you something, Mr. Cleveland. She's not gonna get Katie Taylor anyway. Katie Taylor's done. As a matter of fact, Eddie Hearn going to be in Ireland pretty soon, trying to negotiate her last fight to be in that one venue they wanted to have in Ireland. It's a venue that she always wanted to fight at, and Eddie Hearn trying to make that happen for her for her last and final fight.
And, you know, when I said to her about Croke Park and Vegas, you could hear her voice, you know, go up a few octaves and say, oh, God, that's got me excited. So I would like to, well, would have to work with MVP and say, let's look at the options. You know, let's look at Croke Park. Let's build the story and the narrative around it. Let's go back to the Irish government and say, well, what about now? You know, and I've always said to you, people get confused with when we ask for help. You know, sometimes the narrative is, well, why should the government give money to Matchroom or Katie? It's not about giving the money. It's just being in line with all the other economics of going to a major stadium. Like, and I've said it before, if Croke Park cost the same to us as Wembley Stadium, we would have already done it.
So this is it for Katie, bro. She will not catch Katie. Now, Amanda, who knows? I don't think it's going to happen. I'm with you on that. But she definitely won't catch Katie Taylor. Still sticking to the UK, bro. Martin Bacoli. Martin Bacoli is one pissed, mad black African man, bro. He wants to kill little Ben Shalom. Ben Shalom is a UK promoter, okay? He has a UK promotion boxer, BOXXER. He's over there. And I like Ben Shalom because Ben Shalom is I would like to say, the purest out of all the UK promoters. He hasn't been corrupted yet, like Frank Hearn and all that. Seriously, Mark, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't been corrupted yet. He's trying to do things the right way, in my opinion. You know, but Martin Bacoli is saying that Ben Shalom is blocking him from getting the bag. You know, he said, I tried to get a fight over there with Turkey. Ben Shalom blocked it. But Ben Shalom said, no, I offered you to fight for 1.5 million and you turned it down. Martin Bacoli says this, and this goes back to what you said the last show, Mark. 1.5 million ain't enough. He got that big bag from Turkey, bro, for that big Baby Anderson fight, and he ain't trying to look back. The $1.5 million days are over. That's what he telling Ben. But Ben said, listen, bro, you're still contracted under me with Boxer, all right? No, if you're going to take a fight, it ain't going to be with Turkey. It's going to be with me here for 1.5 million. Quit. But Coley ain't trying to have it, bro. And he literally wants to kill Ben Shalom, bro. I hope he has a ton of security because that black African monster will kill his ass, bro.
I didn't know nothing about this. This is new to me. That's crazy. And that's unfortunate when we sign with managers and certain things like that. This is one of the reasons why I was scratching my head when Keyshawn signed with Jay Prince and he was with Top Ring. Why are you getting a middleman to give him more money to when you had Top Rank. Because when you go across the street promotion against Golden Boy or whatever, Top Rank get 30% of that. Then you got Jay Prince that's gonna get his percent of that. So it's like, dude, y'all putting too many hands in the cookie jar. You don't need that. Now, if you a manager and you telling me, well, hey, I got you this commercial. I'm putting money in your pocket. I got you this episode. You on this reality show. I'm cool. Okay, cool. Your percentage is earned, bro. You putting more money in my pocket outside of boxing. You know what I mean? But if these managers ain't really putting you in a position to get a bag, and the other big promoters like Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, and them is actually putting the work and putting the fights together, why are you still getting paid? You ain't even the one getting the fights made. You know what I mean? So that's where that comes in. But when it comes to the Bukoli situation, I just think he signed to a guy that, they take from you a little bit more, and he wants to get paid more, but he know what he wants. You got to have communication with the boxer too, the fighter. He's still a fighter. He don't want to take the risk, man. So it's crazy how these guys who's never boxed telling these guys what they gonna do and what they should do, man. It's crazy, bro.
Mr. Cleveland, you got any thoughts about Bukoli?
No, I thought that was about to go someplace completely different. I thought you was gonna be like, yeah, they promised him that as soon as he fought, because when he got on that turkey card, they was gonna have him having way more fights. But yeah, that's ridiculous what you said up here and said, man. Yeah, hey, that dude lucky he ain't take his head off.
Right. I agree.
Yep. So yeah, man. That motherfucker better watch out, bro. Everybody from the Congo gonna be at his little ass.
Right.
But let's talk about some upcoming fights coming up, man. Hey, bro, we got announced, man. We got a big one, May 30th, Ray Ford versus Oshaki Foster. That's a damn good fight, man. Damn good fight. 50-50 in my eyes, man. If I had to pick today, I'm kind of leaning a little more towards Foster. But damn, man, Ray Ford, bro, the longer the fight go, Ray Ford can surprise your ass. Any thoughts on that fight, man?
I like the fight. I like Oshaki though. Ray Ford ducked my boy out with barrel. But what I think with both of these fighters, to be honest, I think they're being set up after this fight. Eventually, I don't know if Oshaki gonna stay at the weight long enough, but he gonna be at 135, and that's a top rank. So be prepared. I'm telling y'all right now, be prepared probably sometime in this year. I'll say about next year. Abdullah Mason, Oshaki. Abdullah Mason, Raymond Ford. Be prepared for that at 135 for a world title. But I like the fight. What you saying? I do like the fight. I'm like Oshaki in it.
I like the fight as well. I don't know. I was leaning towards Ray, but I gotta wait before I make my final decision, because I feel like, Chuck, it's a 50-50 fight. I could flip a coin and I could tell you why either fighter could win. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Good fight. Good fight.
Damn good fight, bro. And Mark, bro, you string the show along perfectly, bro, because that was the last thing I was going to end with, bro. I was about to end with our Ohioan, Abdullah Mason. Brother, we finally got it. We finally got it, bro. Official. Him, Joe Cordina, here in Cleveland, Ohio, bro. Here at their fucking Rocket Mortgage Field house. And I can't fucking wait, bro. I'm so fucking hyped for this, man. Mr. Cleveland, Mark, give me your thoughts.
Bro, I'm gonna say this. It's the reason why I say Ohio runs boxing. Not only our fighters, our promoters, but we break historical barriers all the time. We set the tone all the time. Netflix is Jake Paul's lick, whether people like it or not. He's from Cleveland. That's a Jake Paul's lick when everybody started going to Netflix. Al Heyman, Don King started paying fighters more money. They started that. You know what I mean? And people started following along. Now we got Top Rank with TMT, a cable network that's with DAZN, that's dropping the first event. The first show is going to be in Cleveland. That is historical. This is why I say Ohio runs boxing. We set the tone. It just never fails. People got to follow me. I'm telling y'all, we set the tone. And there's no better way to start this off with a kid that represent a lot of our culture, the black culture, is going to be giving us a great image. We ain't got no flamboyant. We ain't got to have a lot of jewelry. We ain't got to have gold in our mouth. We ain't got to have a lot of women. We don't, and I no disrespect to the Broners, the Tony Harrisons, none of them. You know, they is who they are. But we got a kid who's strong with his faith. He's surrounded with his brothers, a father in his life. This is our time to get a great image to represent our culture. Represent Cleveland 216. Shout out to y'all guys. It's bigger than this, man. It's real bigger than what people are making it. It's a great opportunity for Abdullah to get that exposure and people embrace him for who he is. He can be, so what? I don't care if he's a Russell Wilson. He's a respectful kid. You know, we just want that type of version to get some glory because it opens up doors for other kids who don't have to be that way. They don't have to talk a lot of junk. All they have to do is just show their action in the ring, man. We don't have to always get in the, as he get older, he gonna be able to bark. We're gonna want to see that because you're a prize fighter. But at the same time, how he's conducting himself, I think this is dope for Cleveland. I think Cleveland need this, man. And to have TMT, the Zone, Top Rank, all those, man, that's gonna be huge.
Mr. Cleveland, what you think, bro? I agree 100%.
Don't forget about the women now. That's the only thing I disagree with about Mark. You can have some women, brother.
How much pussy does this motherfucker get? We read 0 pussy, ma'am. Dear God.
But everything else he said is on point. Cleveland, we got to stand up and we got to show out because we want this not only to be we want this to be the first of many, and we need to show them that we are a boxing city. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't remember the last fight in Cleveland that came like this, man. I remember when Ali came to Cleveland, my dad told me about it and how crazy it was. And I don't think Sean ever came to Cleveland.
Mickey Bay never came either, no.
Yeah, but Mickey, what was he a world champion? I don't remember that. But
Yeah, he was IBF champion. He was fighting out of Vegas. He won the IBF.
That's right. But Abdullah, homegrown, hometown boy, man, he never forgot where he from. We got to show him support, not only because he's from the city, but because, like Mark said, what he represents, man. He's doing it the right way. He's clean cut. He ain't got to talk to trash. We're going to talk to trash for him. And we going to show up and we going to show out, man. So Cleveland, we got to stand up. We need this to be a sellout or as close as possible. We're going to start promoting this Saturday, July 4th, baby. And I'm expecting a dominating performance. He is not going to let his city down. You ain't got to worry about how other fighters come here and get lazy and they end up losing or getting disqualified so they don't lose. You ain't got to worry about this with Abdullah.
Man, he going to beat Joe Cordina's ass. Yeah, like, and on that note, man, hey, this was another episode of Ohio's finest boxing podcast. I appreciate all of y'all for just giving us a little bit of your time. Hey, and we'll be back in probably about 2 to 3 weeks. You know how we do it, man. We're going to get you all caught up on all the boxing news.
Marcus, y'all know where to find me. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Ohio Run Boxing. My page on Facebook is Marcus Nall too. So yeah, y'all know where to find me, man.
Mr. Cleveland, anything?
Abdullah Mason, man, we got you, bro. We got you.
We got you, man. Hey, and on to all the hard hitters, we got y'all too, man. We gonna catch y'all in the next one. On behalf of my brothers, Marcus Nall and Mr. Carl Cleveland, my right-hand man from the land, I'm Chuck C-Ville's finest. And to you haters, call me your highness. We up out of here. Catch y'all on the next one.